Hi, I'm Pammi and I want to show you how to mend and repair clothes in a very basic way. So the tools that we'll need is a needle, some thread and some scissors. Those are your absolute basics. If you can't thread the needle, we might use one of these and I'll show you how to do that. And you may want to use a thimble and I'll show you how and why one would use that. To thread the needle, you need a really sharp cut on your thread. So use sharp scissors, get a nice sharp point, and then put your thread through the needle, eye of the needle. So you can see it's quite a small space. If you find that difficult, we can use one of these tools. So you would put that through the eye of the needle, and it's easier to use because it's metal and it goes through like that. You then place your thread into that hole that appears, and again it's much easier because it's a much larger hole. Make sure you've got plenty of thread on the other side, and then you can pull that through the eye of the needle. It'll come through, and then you release that from the metal, and you've got your needle threaded. Okay, so then the next step is to put a knot. When I was growing up, my sewing teacher would never allow knots, but I find knots very useful to stop the stitch from running. And then I would use a thimble, because when I use the needle to go through the fabric, I want to push the needle, and I've got very delicate hands and the needle would go through. So I use a needle, but when I was young, I remember I didn't need to. I was much braver in those days.